Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anne of Reinforce Me Club, your fellow positive reinforcer. Today, we're going to talk about resilience. Resilience for personal growth. Have you ever thought about those times in your life when you feel down, you have problems, you got depressed, and after a while, in a period of time, you got tired about depression, the depression that you're feeling, and then you did your best to come up with a solution, and you execute the solutions, you know, the plans that you have, and then you overcome the problem. That is resilience. Resilience is your ability to adapt and recover from adversities, stress, or any significant sources of strain in life. It is your ability to bounce back to a previous state, growing and improving in the midst of difficulties. Now, why is resilience important? Look, resilience is essential because it helps you cope and manage your difficult emotions. When you are facing problems, when you're facing issues or moments that you've never encountered before, and it's stressing you. Being resilient help you cope up with it. You know, calm yourself a little bit. You know, making yourself stronger, manage the depression. Although sometimes you could be all over the place initially, but in the as time goes by, you learn to really get your act together and solve the problem because there's no choice other than to overcome, to get through to that difficulties and solve it. Resilience also helps us resolve conflicts, not only conflicts to other people, but towards ourselves. You know, resilient individuals usually have more supportive relationships because they they value themselves first. And that self-love reflects on the relationship towards other people. Resilient resilient fellas, resilient folks have better are better in resolving those conflicts, especially those romantic relationships or family relationships, significant others relationship, any kinds of relationship. They're good in that because they want growth. They want to solve the problem. They don't blame it to others. They don't run away from problems. They don't blame their problems to the government. And being resilient is also important in the midst of chronic illness. Those, once again, diagnoses that we've never encountered before. We need to be resilient in facing that. It's never going to be easy, but when you come to a point that you're tired of being depressed, you're tired of being down, you need to pick yourself up and then go back in the track again. That is resilience. Although you're not feeling well, although you have to go for treatment, you got to be resilient because no other choice but to face life as it is. Another good thing about resilience is that when you are a kind of person who really wants the best for yourself and for others, you could have a better job satisfaction, higher performance rating, as well as career development in the workplace because you want a good quality results. And of course, your boss, well, some people could be, insecure about that, but in the most part, if you are in the right environment, they will surely support you towards your career development. They would even sponsor you, give you anything you need in order to give back the best for the company, to be the best, one of the best asset in the company. And overall, resilience contributes to life satisfaction and well-being. It allows you to thrive despite of the setbacks, leading to a more fulfilling and at least have a great ability to balance life. You prioritize growth and growth and fulfillment of your dreams, desires in life. You prioritize that, and you will do anything, even to the point that you have to eat your pride sometimes. You have to forget about the enemies in order to get to your goal. You will do whatever it takes to get your act together, to get back to yourself, even tougher, stronger, after being hit by a big problems thrown by life. That is why resilience is important to every individual. Now, how can you develop and strengthen resilience? So, how can you call out your beast mode? You know, I'm 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 talking about beast mode as in, you do whatever it takes to overcome the problems, the setbacks, the adversities, the contractions in the economy, to really, rise above in the midst of crisis, to survive and thrive in the midst of, you know, bankruptcy of your competitors, otherwise monopolize a certain niche in the local area, or it could be in a certain country, a brand, the best brand. Now, before those external stuff will become obvious overall, it all starts in us. It's important to have positive relationships, to be able to become a resilient kind of person. Cultivate solid and supportive relationships with your family, friends, and mentors. These connections provide you with a network of support in times of need. And in the most part, it's also important to choose the right people around you. Because sometimes, though, it could be your mom or your dad, your sister, these people could, in some point, they could not be supportive. They could even be the people who's going to discourage you, to venture your dreams. You have to pick the right people who wants the best for you. The kind of people who doesn't want you to settle for anything less. The kind of people who wants you to improve, who doesn't want you to stay the same for the rest of your life. People who wants to see you happy and growing. So these are the right people. So cultivate positive relationship. The second thing that you can do, and this is also basic, healthy lifestyle. Just in order to be mentally strong, you also have to be physically strong too. It's like body, mind, and spirit. The hardest thing that you could imagine could be, when you are at the point when you have really a strong mind, like you'll do whatever it takes, but a weak body because you didn't look after yourself, like drugs or any vices that could destroy your body, although you're making a good money. So you have to know where you're going, the goal, and at the same time you have to prioritize. You have to make up a goal, health wise, to take care of your body and mind, as well, your mental health. Healthy lifestyle. So that includes regular active exercises, nutritious diet, adequate sleep, to give you to recharge your body and mind. Because when you are fully recharged the night before and you've encountered a great stress the following day, at least basically you're well prepared. All you have to do is to think how to solve the problem. You don't have to worry about a weak body, a tired body, plus the effort to solve the problem. So when you have a good sleep, healthy body, all you have to do is to think for a solution. The body takes care of itself. So that is That's why it's important to take good care of our body. Healthy lifestyle. The third thing you can do is mindfulness and meditation. This deep breathing exercises, meditation, and even just merely walking on the beach side in order for you to think about, to reconnect with the nature, to come up with good and better perspectives for your problems, about your life, relationships, future plans. You need another friendly environment, good for the soul, for the eyes, for the spirit. You could walk on a trail peacefully in the nature, or meditate. You need to dig in the root cause of your problem so that you can nail your problem down by coming up with a solution on your journal. So that's meditation. Deep breathing. So when you are already in the tension, you think that you're about to get angry to the person in front of you because that person triggered you. So since you're aware about your reactions from the past lessons, from the past experiences, so just find a way to get some space and deep breathe so that an oxygen can run through towards your brain and you can relax. Come up with a better reaction towards the trigger. Not to impulsively, punch the person or do something terrible. So instead, do something, react in a respectful, effective manner. Now, number 4, in order to develop and strengthen your resilience, you also must improve your problem-solving skills. So it's important to approach the problems with a solution-focused mindset and break down challenges into manageable steps. So when you have big problems, you strategically solve them. So prioritize which one is the most important, or it could be an entry level towards the root of the problem, like a domino effect. So improve your problem solving skills. Prioritize which is the most important, or which is the entry level towards the root cause. Number 5, it's important also to be self-aware and reflect. When you have problems, when you're happy, whatever state of mind that you're in, it's important to make time to reflect, to understand your strength and areas of improvement, that is needed for you to do. Or you could think about what makes you happy. Are you happy with your job? Are you satisfied? Do you feel secured in your relationship? Would you like to move to level up your relationship into long term, like the forever level? The way self-awareness helps you recognize and manage your emotion towards solving the problems if you ever have any. Number 6, when you learn to be self-aware about yourself, oh yeah, of course, self-aware about yourself, absolutely. It's also important, you will come up with different solution, and that will lead you to optimism, which is number 6. While maintaining a realistic perspective, focus on the positive side and what can you learn from the negative experiences that you're facing, that you have experienced in the past, and then turn them into positive. Your negative experiences in the past, use them so that you will not going to encounter that again, or use those negative experiences in the past so that you cannot spread it out to other people. That will be the end of it on you. Like, that's the end of it. I'm not going to do that to other people, to your kids, to your spouse, to your significant others. Those abuse, violence that you've encountered in childhood, like for example, your feeling of abandonment, that the experiences of abandonment that you had in your childhood, you don't want to let that happen again in your own family. So Although those were negative experiences in the past, you do your best to turn it out into something positive, to give the best to the people around you, to your family, kids, colleagues, friends. And number 7, in order to be resilient, you also must be flexible and adaptive. Learn to be flexible and adapt to changing circumstances because nothing is ever permanent in this world, especially the inflation rate. I'm just kidding. It's just shoot up suddenly. But this is where we are now. We got to get along and overcome it. So being open to new experiences and willing to adjust plans as needed, it is crucial to being resilient. So when your solution wouldn't work, towards the problem that you're solving, you can tweak your solutions a little bit. And if it doesn't work, and then tweak it or change it until you finally solve the problem. You finally find or found the right answer to your problems. Number 8, to be able for you to be resilient, it's also, quite wise to consider goal setting, to test how tough you are, to really grow and thrive in the midst of this crazy world. So set realistic and achievable goals, not for your mom and dad, but for yourself to grow. And goals with clear objectives. The things, your dreams, hopes and dreams will give you direction and motivation, helping you to navigate setbacks more effectively. And those setbacks that you encounter as you go along, you head along towards your goal, those setbacks will help you a lot. Will make you stronger and tougher, wiser, better. The way when something traumatic happened to you that you can never forget. The same is true with the setbacks that you encounter while you're heading towards your goal, especially those painful ones. You will never forget it, and you will not gonna do it again, because it's a terrible experiences. So it's normal to really get prepared. Prepare yourself the next time around. Number 9, it's important to seek help. When you can't take it anymore, don't hesitate to seek professional help, or help from your parents, from your best friend. It could be therapists, counselors, and support groups, who can provide you with supports in building your resilience to make you tougher, stronger. And these support groups, as well as professional help, could also give you better perspectives than what you have about yourself. Much level up, much helpful perspectives, which you can use. And lastly, number 10, in order for you to be resilient in schooling life, all throughout your life, it's important to consider continuous learning. Embrace lifelong learning and personal growth. In that way, you can develop new skills, come up with new knowledge, which can boost your confidence and adaptability towards this changing world. Now, how can you build resilience to yourself? What other things that you can do in order to help yourself up, get your act together, or get your shit together whenever you feel stress, whenever you feel depressed and problematic. So one thing which can help you is journaling. You can write down your thoughts and feelings regularly, especially when you are wrecked with your day job, with all the problems that you're facing in the day. You can write it down in your journal and create solutions for it. Journaling can help you process emotions and identify patterns in your behavior and reaction. Sometimes the root of the problem can be found in yourself. Sometimes it's not the environment, it's not the other people. Sometimes we are the problem. So, the song Taylor Swift. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. So, you might as well going to consider that if you will be happy enough to learn a lot from yourself as you go along, solving your problems every day. And in that way, you could love yourself more. When you you finally accept yourself as an imperfect one, you're gonna learn to love yourself more and more each day. That you're gonna change it. You're gonna tweak yourself attitude or your characters a little bit. Practice and practice, and then it became you. Your thoughts finally become you. Your plans finally become you because you do it. You do it every day. You do whatever it takes. Another thing you can do to build resilience is gratitude practice. Just be thankful every day. You could even do gratitude. Make your own gratitude journal to focus on positive aspects of life. That even though you were stressed out yesterday, your client gave you a gift. The security guard greeted you good morning with a wonderful smile. Or another thing to be grateful for, you wake up in the morning. Not everybody has a chance to do that. You're breathing nicely. You're healthy. You still have eyes to see the world, and feelings to appreciate the people around. There's a lot of things to be thankful for. Number 3, you could even volunteer work. Sometimes helping others can provide you a sense of purpose and strengthen your social connections. Sometimes when you don't know what to do with your life, you might want to consider helping others. Maybe in that way, you find out that could be your calling. You could also develop hobbies. So, fourth thing that you can do. Pursue hobbies and interests that brings you joy and relaxation. Just engage in activities you love. Can be a great way for you to de-stress and rethink about the problem and come up with a better perspective so that you can create a solution to your problems, effective solutions. And in the most part, since for the longest time that we live in this earth, always learn the lessons from your experiences and never be afraid to admit your own mistakes. Because the best part of it is that when you own your mistakes, you can change it. It's in your control now. Unlike if you blame it to others, nothing will ever happen. You can't change it. Be accountable. So that's why Reinforce Me Club is here as your accountability partner. So reflect on your past experiences to overcome challenges. So use those lessons that you've learned in the past to overcome your latest problem, the one that's in front of you. Analyze what worked and what didn't work and how you have grown from those situations. So those experiences in the past, terrible, ugly ones, you can't even stomach it. Now that you have finally learned the lessons and you have improved, you're a better person now. And when you think about your past, you could even thought about how in the world you ever did those stuff. And sometimes you're just laughing about it, and sometimes you don't. You can't imagine why you choose that person who's dysfunctional, who's not good for you, who doesn't love you, who treat you badly. Now that you've finally healed. So by integrating these practices in your daily life, in order for you to be resilient, resiliency can be gradually developed and strengthened with your heart, with your effort from the heart, leading you to be more adaptive, balanced, and fulfilling existence in this world. So if you ever love this episode today, you can share it to your family and friends. You can follow me in Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, as well as my Amazon Podcasts. This is Anne, by the way, your fellow positive reinforcer. This is Reinforce Me Club. I do appreciate your time and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you.